environment plays a major factor in your growth, whether you like it or not. See, let me tell you the honest truth. As you see me today, I have cut off some friends intentionally. The key word here is intentionally. It was not a mistake. I didn't say, oh, they didn't even have to offend me. I just realized that they were barriers to my growth. Because where I was trying to get to, I don't think they really understood that. And let me tell you guys, the period of you separating yourself from people who are not helpful to your growth is called a moment of separation. And a moment of separation is extremely important to your growth, whether you like it or not. Yeah, they will call you names. They will say you are proud. They will say you think you are all that. But let me tell you what, it doesn't matter, because you know where you are going to. And when you get there, I'll tell you this for free. Every single person likes to be associated with success. Did you hear what I just said? Every single person likes to be associated with success. When you get to that place you are trying to get to, these same people around you will come back to celebrate you. Yeah. So my dear, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. And let me tell you what another thing you don't understand. There is a stage you get to that it automatically gives you respect. Money brings respect. If you've never heard it before, you are hearing it here for the first time. And I said what I said. Your environment matters. Yes. Your environment plays a key factor. If you feel like where you are right now is stunting your growth, move. If you feel like the people around you right now do not align with your goals, or they don't understand where you are trying to head to, move. Cut them off. Use a cutlass if you want. Block if you need to. All that matters is you and where you are going to at the end of the day. As long as it gives you joy, as long as you're not hurting anybody, that's all that matters. Now, personally, if I was going to advise you, I would say try to carry them along. It's just like me. I try to carry my friends along, right? Like most times, even before I got to this stage in my life, as I kept climbing, I'm always telling my friends, I'm always encouraging them, oh, let's try this, let's do this, let's add that, let's add that, right? Now, if I try to encourage you to do something alongside with me, or even do something for your own self, and you're refusing, you are refusing to do it, guys, you are not healthy for me, and I will let you go. I'm so sorry. So your environment matters, guys. I really want to wrap up because there's church. Your environment matters. Now, the fifth one, how many of you are writing it down? First, I said you have to make a decision. Second, I said your mindset. Third, I said personal development. Fourth, I said your environment. Fifth, I said, the fifth one I'm saying, positive daily habits. Now, what are your daily habits? You have to replace those negative daily habits with positive daily habits. And I'll tell you for free on this call, this is also a note to self. I have a lot of negative daily habits. For example, I never take breakfast. I always forget to eat. Sometimes I can be working or I have a lot of mental stress. I forget to eat. Another terrible negative habit I have is I don't work out or do any form of health activities. And that's very bad. That is very bad, because like my mom literally took 1 hour preaching to me this holiday, and she kept telling me to look at her. She's sick. She's drinking. She's taking drugs when she's supposed to be balling. Health is actually wealth, guys. Let me tell you. You don't want to make all the money you're trying to make. Someone said I should slow down. Oh, I'm so sorry. Okay, I'll talk slowly. I speak very fast, right? Now, you don't want to make all the money you want to make in this life only for you to spend it in the hospital. One of my pastors told me the other day, he said, if you don't take care of your health now, if you don't eat food now, when you're older, you'll be eating medicine. You'll be drinking. It's medicine you'll be drinking. It's medicine you'll be drinking, guys. So you have to have some positive daily habits. Like some of the positive daily habits I wrote down here for myself for next year. I told myself I'm going to try to drink more water. I never drink water. It's like a problem, guys. I'd rather even have a smoothie. For me to carry water like this and drink, it's like punishment. I can't explain it to you, right? I told myself I need to drink more water next year, because apart from the fact that it's healthy for your skin, it's just good for you. I want to drink more water next year. I want to try and work out next year. Even though I'm a Lekpashian dear. I don't need to do some extreme cardio, but even if it's as little as walking around my estate, I'm gonna do it. Even if it's as little as walking around my estate, I'm going to take up those habits. I'm going to read more books. Yeah, I already have some books lined up here. Even though I have read majority of them, even though I've read majority of these, I'm getting more. And I was even thinking, for those of you who, like intellectual activities like me, all work and no play, right? I could put a book in a month, and we could all try, since we're all trying to be better in the new year, to, just read a chapter, maybe once a week, discuss it, or I don't know, we'll talk about that, right? I'll do a poll regarding that. So these are some of the daily habits. I'm telling you some of my own daily habits that positive daily habits I'm trying to imbibe, against next year. So drinking water, working out, reading more books, sleeping early. Hey, Jesus. Those of you that know me and have my phone number, 4 a.m. Oh, these are few examples. Now, everybody is their own person at the end of the day, guys. You know the negative habits that you have. So, please, I beg you, be very honest with yourself. Be very honest with yourself and tell yourself, this is my bad habit. Maybe me, at least, if I'm awake in the night, I'm not a rat in the kitchen. But there's some of you on this call that are probably the rats in your house. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. You are in the kitchen, or people will be hearing noise up and down. It is you, So if you know you are the one, Jumoke, if you're on this call, not my JMK. I know there's this guy that makes jokes calling people's name, but Leval. All of you that are rats in your own home, please change, right? So these are some of the negative habits. You have to replace them with positive things. Now, number 6, communication. Communication. How do you communicate? If you're a business owner, what is your customer service like? Thank you. Drink less alcohol. Able bid. Your head is there. That is a negative daily habit that you can replace. So water can replace that, right? But communication. If you're a business owner, what is your customer service like? Communication can happen in 3 ways. And naturally, if you can go and browse this to confirm this, body language is like 55%, word of mouth is like 7%, and how we say it, how it is said, which is now the word. So I said 3 things. I said communication. Now under communication, I'm saying body language, word of mouth, and how we say it, right? So body language is 55%, word of mouth is 7%, and how we say it is 3%. Now let me explain. Or let me give you a practical example. If I come to you and say, give me jaw, it looks like I'm angry, right? But if I come to you and say, give me jaw, you may likely want to give it to me because I'm asking politely. So how you communicate matters. And this is something that I am also actively working on in my life, and even in my friendships, in businesses. In fact, recently, I had a team meeting, and I had a few concerns, but I was so surprised as to how I was able to communicate it. And at the end of me talking, the recipient was like, oh, thank you so much for speaking with so much wisdom. And I can promise you that I was upset. But this is some of the things that I've also learned in therapy, right? How to communicate even when you're upset. And that's why these days it's so hard for anybody to even upset me anymore, to be honest, right? So communication is very important, guys. Your body language is very important. When you're talking to somebody, whether a customer, whether a friend, or whatever, even a boss, how are you talking? You need to think about that. Now, number 7, which is, I won't say it's the last, but which is another point, is you need to think bigger. So basically, this is me saying, widen your perspective. Stop putting yourself in a box. Stop limiting yourself. Please, I beg you. in 2023, know that you can do anything. How many of you have taken your time to read about some of the wealthiest people in this country, like a Dangote or even Alakija or Otedola? How many of you actually take your time to read about the kinds of people that you want to be? Do you know their life story? Do you know how they started? Please start dreaming, start thinking bigger. Stop limiting yourself. Stop it. It's a very bad habit. You can never stumble on wealth, but you can stumble on cash. Did you hear what I just said? You can never stumble on wealth. Nobody is going to be walking on the road and will see $100,000 or $200,000 sitting on the road. Nobody. You can never stumble on wealth, but you can stumble on cash. Now, why am I saying this? Because wealth is a process. This is where a lot of people get it wrong. Even me, I am in the process. Yeah, I am on my own journey. I am in the process. I'm in the process. Every day, I am in the process. Right? Wealth is a process. Wealth, and another thing you need to know is that wealth is not in a place, but wealth is in people. Do you know I say this thing all the time, that an influential person is a wealthy person? Do you know what it means when you can just make a phone call and you can make anything happen? My dear, you are wealthy. You must not even have the cash. Wealth is not in a place, wealth is in people. But I don't want to dive deep into that, because if I do, we're not going to live here this night. We're not going to sleep here this night. We'll sleep here because there is so much to learn from just that statement, right? And then lastly, I'm going to leave you with this. Build a network. Build a network. Do you know what it means to build a network? Who are the people around you? Who are the people that you have access to? We see people say this all the time. Quotes like, your network is your net worth. From my lawyer perspective, it is arguable. You can argue that it is true, and you can also argue that it is false, right? But if you ask me, I would rather be on the side where I have a good network. Then I can argue. It's just the way Adekunle Gold said in his song, something about money is not everything, but try get your own, because now when you get your own, you realize. Does that make sense, right? Please build a network. When you go for events, don't be that person that will go to an event and you just want to sit down in one place like this, as if they pursued you from your house, or somebody there said if you talk to the next person, they are going to beat you. Please don't be that person. There's something I want to say on this call so desperately, but if I say it now, they will not allow me rest for the next 1 week. They will say BC said. I will say it another day. But what I'm trying to tell you is, from 2023, when you go out, please talk to people. Do you know that there are people I've worked with and it just started from a hi, hello? Yes. Network. When you go out, network. Don't just go and sit in one place. Don't just go and sit in one place and be pressing your phone. Sometimes I say that I think the problem of our generation, one of the major problems of our generation is this thing. It's phone. Because before they made phones, people talk to each other. Sometimes you can be in a room and your helper is in the same room, but because you cannot open your mouth and talk to the person, you're pressing your phone, or you're just sitting in one corner. You know? Please, network. Don't be ashamed to say hi or hello to anybody you think that can help you, or anybody you think that you can align with to do business or something. I say this all the time to anybody that cares to listen. There's only two things that they can tell you in this life. It's either they tell you a yes or they tell you a no. It don't pass like that. Nobody is going to carry knife and come and cut your neck. Nobody. It's either they give you a yes or they give you a no. Period. That is it. But that's it. So please, feel free business you do. Do you know there's a girl I patronized one day? I bought things over 100K from her store. I didn't go to her. She came to me. I was just on my own. And somebody sent me a DM, and that was before Big Brother. Because now, my DMs are crazy. I'm so sorry, you guys. But I still try to check sometimes. But you choke, right? I was just on my own, and I saw someone send me a message. Oh, hi queen, I love you, blah, 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 blah. I just started my business. I sell clothes. Can you please look through if there's anything you would like? And that's how I went through this girl's page. I saw so many nice, fashionable things that I liked. And that was it. Order. I said ordering. And I bought.